Gloucester Police Department. Honor Guard, please present the colors.
Sir, yes, sir. Left, 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 right. Go left, go left, go left, 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 right, left. Mark time. March. Left. Right wheel. March. Left. Ready. Halt.
The national anthem will now be sung by Miss Faith will now have the Amazing Grace.
Honor Guard, present, off. Honor Guard, shoulder, arm. Ready.
Honor Guard, please retire the colors.
Sir, yes, sir. Honor Guard, mark time, march. Right wheel, march. Forward, march. Left, left, right. Left, 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 right. Left, 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 right.
You may be seated.
On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I welcome you to Rowan College of Gloucester County as we celebrate graduation from the Gloucester County Police Academy. The college, through its Police Academy, has worked hard to enrich your time here, and we're proud of the role we've played in making your experience at Rowan College of Gloucester County both memorable and positive. It's been an honor for me to stand here and congratulate our new officers at many graduations, and one thing I've come to learn during these ceremonies is that when you dedicate your life to protect and serve, you join a special brotherhood and sisterhood like no other. And while you'll always have the support of your loved ones, your family now extends to your brothers and sisters in blue as you join the law enforcement community. As you leave the Academy and RCGC, I join your loved ones and your colleagues in saying congratulations and best wishes for a long, safe, and successful career. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Greetings to the Academy staff, the college staff, brothers and sisters of law enforcement, family, friends, and distinguished guests. Most importantly, the 31st Special Officer Class 2 program at the Gloucester County Police Academy. As has already been stated, my name is Frank Brown. I'm a retired Chief of Police from the Gloucester Police Department. Our retirement was effective on February 1st of this year. I'd like to thank Director Madden and Training Coordinator Sintel for extending the invitation which allowed me to be here with you today. It is my honor and pleasure to speak at your commencement, and I am deeply appreciative for this opportunity. This occasion allows me to bear witness and to participate in a celebration that represents a significant life moment for the class members of number 31. Today's ceremony marks the culmination of approximately 7 months of intensive training, where our trainees have demonstrated the ability to operate and succeed in an atmosphere which demands discipline, commitment by the individual, and group cohesion and unity. This graduation serves as a milestone for both personal achievement and professional growth and development. We are, in essence, witnessing diverse career promotions for the members of Class 31 as they transition from police trainees to sworn Class 2 police officers. I want to thank you and commend you for accepting the call and rising to the challenge of the most noble profession that the world knows. Your entry into the fold comes at a critical time, a time when our country appears to be heading toward a societal shift in the expectations concerning the roles of law enforcement professionals. Historically, we occasionally face reforms, legislative changes, new initiatives, shifting priorities, and yet we continue to press ahead and do what we do. We improvise, we adapt, and we overcome. We're referred to as law enforcement officers, police officers, cops, peace officers, and sometimes more generically as first responders. Our traditional roles have been described as serving communities, safeguarding lives and property, protecting the innocent and the vulnerable, keeping peace and ensuring the rights of all, to liberty, equality, and justice. You will do all of that and much more. We have taken on a greater social services role as we have experienced increases in overdoses, homelessness, juvenile diversion programs, and encounters with those suffering from mental health issues and emotional crisis. Many agencies have been provided with the funding to conduct family-fun special events to help bridge the gap between law enforcement and our communities. And these have proven very successful, and these events are growing in popularity. As you can see, serving our communities has grown and evolved over the years, and we now embrace the phrase community caretakers. We've expanded our role and are interacting with our citizen community members in ways that we haven't always done in the past. By whatever name, evolving terminology, or mission shifts, we will be tasked with serving our communities, protecting our vulnerable forever. Welcome to the highest level of citizenship. You have accepted a great responsibility and have taken an oath to uphold the Constitution of our state and the Constitution of these United States, our most sacred historical documents. You have also pledged to be faithful, impartial, and just when performing your duties as a police officer. Please take your commitment very seriously. This profession comes with an enormous amount of power. Apply it appropriately and with empathy. As part of your periodic personal study, you should review and read these documents and recite your oath, read the words carefully, and embrace the spirit that they embody. During your career, you will respond to a wide variety of calls for service in emergency situations, from the noise complaints to damaged mailboxes to lost property to the most traumatic events imaginable. The great majority of time, you will be a service provider, and then in an instant, you could be called and dispatched to an emergency for an active shooter or a fatal motor vehicle crash. Always, always be prepared and trained accordingly. Lives may depend on it. The completion of your basic training today provides a foundation for lifelong learning and training adventure. Dedicate yourself to continuous training, education, and physical and mental well-being. Feed and stimulate your mind, body, and spirit whenever you can. Your respective departments will schedule mandatory training, and most, if not all of you, will be provided with elective and supplemental training through your agencies. However, commit some of your own time to studying the craft. Review the Attorney General guidelines, your agency written directives. Pick up a copy of the Law Enforcement Handbook. Seek out additional courses and seminars, and enhance your knowledge, skills, and abilities. Do not abandon your physical fitness commitment after you leave here today, because when you get older, it doesn't come back so fast. Find a gym where you can improve your defensive tactics. Always aim for continuous improvement as you pursue excellence. Find a mentor, cultivate motivation, and model your success. Mentors and motivators can be present. Be loyal to your agency, be loyal to your supervisors and your leadership. Conduct yourself with dignity, perform with courage and honor, and always remember to make kindness and empathy a part of who you are. This is your day to celebrate. Let the nervousness wash over you. Do nothing to tarnish your accomplishment or the image of your profession. Every day as you dress for work, remember that uniform shirt is a reminder that you have committed to something greater than yourself. It should be a reminder of your adherence to symbols and names affixed the same, and the value and the goals that they represent. Your badge represents your commitment to the profession and the nation of officers currently serving and those who have come before you. Your flag represents the authority given to you by our laws and Constitution written for a great nation, these United States of America. Your agency patch represents your department and the municipality that employs you and has trusted you with great power and responsibility. And your good name represents your reputation and the family that surrounds you. To the graduating class, number 31, I want to congratulate you, and may God bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chief. Now, the moment that you're waiting for, I'd like to call Dr. Fred Keating, Mr. Gene Concordia, and Chief Frank Brown, the reception area. Just a note, this is a 7-month program. Okay, just a note, there are a number of the officers, new officers, that have presenters. That is a family member, either retired or active, that is going to give them their diploma. If you would wait just a second after I give. Sebastian Leon, Gloucester PD. Now we have a number of special achievement awards that are going to be given out to the recruits who have earned them.
Good afternoon, everyone. And to the graduating class, once again, I want to thank you for your commitment to the principles of the Training Academy. I mean, you have given an awful lot over the past 7 months. There's been sacrifices, as we had talked about, the balances between your personal life and your challenges at the Academy. We only hope and pray that that has created a good foundation and a base for you to step into the next leg of your training, with your coaches and your agencies investing in you to make you to be the best that you can. As your keynote address had said, there's many variables going to be put before you. We hope, for your best interest, that you continue to learn and grow and develop into great, fine officers, giving officers. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you my personal vow that this is true. They are physically fit. We prepared them physically the best we can to ensure that they come home at the end of their shift if they're physically involved. And academically, we all know the fact that they're sitting here, that they've established themselves as smart individuals and achieved the standards required academically of the New Jersey Police Training Commission to take the oath of office. And from me to you, the Academy staff, we assure to you and the public that this group of graduates are prepared to serve the state of New Jersey in a constitutionally sound manner without bias. That all people, as they mentioned when they recited the Fourth Amendment and the honor code in the middle of the gym, they've done that no less than 500 times during my time here. To the group of instructors that sit before us, you must know they are handpicked by the Academy staff. Not everyone rises to be an instructor. We are very proud of their personal commitment because many of their hours are put here on their personal time. They have been here for years, and as the lead instructor, as he said, he's been here for a number of classes and has been groomed, so to speak, to send a message of inclusiveness, to make sure that they, other than just arresting the bad guy, there are many, many things, good things that a police officer can do. They are put before a lot of people in the worst days of their life, and it's their job to be a social worker and a police officer, and the list continues to be going on. But I will say this, the fact that they're sitting here today with the commitment of themselves, it's a tribute to your support also. Because without the support of their families, statistically, there is a dynamic difference of the recruit that shows up on the first day, and he or she is generally not here on the last day, without that dedicated and continued support of their family members and friends. So we at the Academy want to thank you for your commitment also. Now this particular class has been very unique, as Coordinator Sintel had said. They had not missed one day of school. Whether they were ill or not feeling good, my goodness, the one candidate drove from Netcom every day. Now think of Netcom and how many hours north that is to come down here, go to school, and then make it back home. Well, there has to be a meal in there, some break, sometime, and they don't get it. So to travel down here early enough to grab dinner before you go to school, eat, and continue on. But collectively, they've been a very, very fine group of candidates. So to the new officers, I would say this. You've studied hard, you worked out hard, and you believe in yourself. Believe in something, as you said in your earlier speech, greater than yourself. And you will continue, I'm sure, to keep rising. And we look forward to awesome reports back from your accomplishments in the public sector. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the schooling is done by, as you hear the awards, the Physical Fitness Award, the Academic Award, Firearms, EVOC, and things of that nature. And I must point out that you recognize the specialities of Lieutenant Fresney. He is the man that teaches them how to drive cars and shoot guns. And that's rather interesting in and of itself. But the thing is this, they all have an academic total, and they are ranked from 1 through 25. In this particular class, the top recruit with the overall academic and practical exercise skills is put together, accumulating an overall average of 95.48%. The Director's Award for this particular class of Special Officers, Class 31, I'd like to call to the podium for to receive the award. With special thanks for your commitment and dedication, Officer Mark Pfeiffer from Pine Hill Police Department.
Special Law Enforcement 2 class. My name is Recruit Ty Chevalier, and I have the honor to serve as President of Class 31. As my fellow classmates sit here before me, sporting the crisp, clean, and wrinkle-free uniforms of their respective agencies, I can't help but reflect on our journey here together. It all started on August 13th, 2018, the first day for this class here at the Gloucester Police Academy. 25 strangers meeting for the first time. 25 individuals anticipating what the next 32 weeks will bring, all sharing a common goal of becoming police officers. 25 individuals from all walks of life, ranging from ages 18 to 51, including a full-time teacher, an 18-year police veteran, 2 collegiate national champions, and even a male model. The following months here at the Academy changed us from individuals and molded us into the one unit, one family you see here today. When you ask police officers that are already on the job about what to expect prior to coming to the police academy, each one explains it the exact same way. That it's going to be both the worst and the greatest times of your career. Looking at it in August, I thought, well, that doesn't make any sense at all. But standing here today, minutes away from graduating, I could not agree more. Perhaps the most important thing that I learned here at the Academy is integrity. Integrity is defined as the firm adherence to a code of moral and ethical principles. President Eisenhower once said, "The supreme quality for leadership is unquestionably integrity. Without it, no real success is possible, no matter whether on a section gang, a football field, in an army, or in an office." Our instructors from day one have instilled the need for integrity, as it is one of the building blocks for true moral character. And true moral character is extremely vital to police work. During the past 32 weeks, we were challenged with vigorous physical activity as well as academical and technical instruction. Coming together as a team didn't happen overnight. Through many trials and tribulations, our first accomplishment as a group was the night that we completed the treacherous PT session at The Hill. For the first time in our journey together, the attitude of the class changed from me to we. I can recall from that night other recruits pushing along, recruits that were falling behind, ensuring that no man was left behind. Recruits offering to carry the heavy med bags to take the strain off of those who carry them all the time. Even recruits using their flashlights to point out the uneven terrain for the recruits following behind them. That night we realized that if we come together as a team, anything is possible, and no matter what the task at hand, it can be done. And simply that pain along the way is nothing but weakness leaving the body. From that point on, class number 31 went on to extraordinary success. Together, we donated 2 brand new PT medical bags to ensure the safety of all recruits in training for years to come. As a team, we participated in many community events, including a 5K to remember fallen soldiers and the prices they had paid. Class 31 is the first class in Academy history that had perfect attendance, assigned to our dedication and commitment. Here in attendance today, there are some people that need to be recognized for their help and dedication to us along the way. Director Madden, thank you for your commitment to keeping the standards of the Gloucester County Police Academy so high and expecting each of us to meet and exceed those standards, giving each recruit the best possible training. At this time, I would like to call forward the remaining class officers to present our class plaque to Coordinator Sintel and Director Madden. Vice President Allison Pennypacker, Treasurer Carl Bernardo, Secretary Ashley Ellis, and Class Leader Joseph Russo. And as a token of our appreciation to Coordinator Sintel, who I said earlier spent every night here with us, we've got you something special, Coordinator. This is a plaque dedicated to Coordinator Sintel in recognition of your valuable contributions, dedication, and guidance from Class 31. Thank you, Coordinator.
of you who came through the academy, the west entrance, down the hallway on the left and right, where it was adorned with the graduating classes from previous years. So class 31, the plaque will be posted on the left. It will be run down right, and the next sequential one that will be placed there, not tomorrow because the school's actually closed, but it will be posted next week as a historical memory for your loved one's commitment to the training academy. And just want to thank you for being just an awesome group of individuals. I'm sure you're going to be fine officers. And whoever designed that plaque, I know you worked on that together yourself, between that and your guy, and you did an awesome job. And please be safe. Thanks again.
Talk about our Father, as we leave this building, as these law enforcement officers leave this academy as graduates, we pray that your presence will go with them as they continue to apply the classroom experience to their real life. We pray for their safety. We pray for their protection as they safeguard our constitutional guarantees and preserve our peace. We pray also for a hedge of protection around their families, maintain their moral courage, and then their non-negotiable values. May they never forget who they are. Now, Lord, dismiss us from this place, but never from your presence. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Lead instructor Tishano.